In this video we're going to look at the AQA Physics Unit 1 and we'll look at infrared radiation revision. On screen now are some questions related to this topic. If you can answer all these questions, I suggest you don't need to watch the video. If you can't answer the questions, I suggest you listen to the rest of the recording to find out how you can answer these in your exam. So the first question this video looks to address is what type of objects emit infrared radiation? The answer is that all objects emit and absorb infrared radiation. Remember that emit means give out and absorb means take in. So if an object is hotter than its surroundings, it will emit infrared radiation. If an object is colder than its surroundings, it will absorb infrared radiation. The second question we're going to look at is what can affect the rate of infrared radiation emission. So why is it that some things emit more infrared radiation than others? Well, what you've got to do there is think about what sorts of things emit a lot of heat energy. Remember, infrared radiation is heat energy. So things that are very hot emit more heat energy. So the answer to this question is that the hotter an object is, the more infrared radiation it will emit in a given time. So in this question, what materials are good emitters of infrared radiation, and also what materials are good absorbers of infrared radiation? Well, if you think about objects that are good at absorbing, if you think about sort of colours we wear in winter time, we tend to wear black colours. That's because they absorb more infrared radiation from the sun to try and keep us warmer in the winter when we're relatively cold. Any things that we want to take in radiation or to give out tend to be the same colours. So the good absorbers and good emitters are dark, matte surfaces. So that's when we say matte, we mean not shiny. So dark matte surfaces are good absorbers and good emitters of infrared radiation. So we can use these on products we want to give out heat energy and also take in heat energy. So what would then be a poor absorber and emitter of infrared radiation? Well, that would be a light, shiny surface. So if you think of the summertime when you want to stay relatively cool, you tend to wear a lighter coloured clothing, and that's so that you reflect the heat energy back to the sun. And those two products, or those two different designs, can be used then to try and make things to take in more infrared radiation or take in less infrared radiation. Hopefully you should have got from the last slide that the best reflectors of infrared radiation are going to be light, shiny surfaces. And as we can see the answer there, light, shiny surfaces are good reflectors of infrared radiation, which means that if infrared radiation is incident on a light, shiny surface, there's the infrared radiation wave, it will be reflected off. And therefore you can use light, shiny surfaces to reflect heat back onto the source that you want to heat up. So here are the spec points of everything you need to know about infrared radiation, and that is that all objects emit and absorb infrared radiation. The hotter an object is, the more infrared radiation it radiates in a given time. Dark matte surfaces are good absorbers of good emitters of infrared radiation. Light shiny surfaces are poor absorbers and poor emitters of infrared radiation, and light shiny surfaces are good reflectors of infrared radiation. This brings us to the end of the recording now, so you may want to have a go at an exam question around infrared radiation and P1.1.